Hey everyone, you're watching DS Franza 243, and yes, that's my dog in the background. Every time I'm about to do a video, I ask her if she wants to come in or not. She always says no, and then when she does, she wants to escape. What? I don't think she likes being on the internet. I'm just kidding. Alright, this is a book reading video. Let us... I should probably finish my popsicle before I read, huh? Fruity and delicious. Oh, it is made of real fruit. Make a choice, lady. In the last video, we were learning about, this last video, we went over the part where Garnet is talking to her cousin. She tells her sister that they're actually cousins, and then and then Marion, her cousin, ends up watching her van get towed, and meeting the woman in charge of the whole building. And then Garnet ends up talking to a merman through a shell. And what else? Oh, after Garnet finishes talking to the Garnet, I switched the scene to Marion watching her van get towed, and then she meets the woman who's in charge of the building. And then after the woman takes Marion to the towing place, I switched the scene again. And that's where we are. This is really good. It's Edie's fruit bars. I think it's raspberry. No, black cherry. Now I know I had cherries for lunch. This isn't cherries. This is mixed berries. Alright, now I have less than 10 minutes left. My teeth hurt. Ow. Frozen teeth. That feels smooth. Okay, that was kind of weird. Alright, let's get reading. Since her cousin wasn't answering her shell, Garnett decided to hang up and try calling her aunt through the same shell. She might as well try. "Mom, are you there?" she called. "Aunt Kaylee, can you hear me?" Miss Tarleton had just arrived at her hotel room from the pool area. She fluffed her hair to let some of the chlorine water come out. One of the shells started vibrating and bubbling. She could hear the bubbling and became confused. When she realized it was coming from the nightstand, she gasped and hurried to pick up the shell. "Hello, Garnett? Is that you, dear?" "Mom, you're there. Okay, well, you will never believe what happened today." "Did you get to talk to Marion? What does she think?" "I was right. She was pretty speechless and had the same questions I did when we talked about this." "Anyways, that's not the only thing that happened," she said. She then told her the conversation with the merman, and then what happened in the tunnel. Oh yeah. Her aunt was about to stop her, but Garnett didn't want to. Her aunt was about to stop her, but Garnett didn't want to know what she thought yet. Instead, she rushed off into what she really wanted to talk about. What she and Marion discussed about her birth mother. "I told her about the nightmare you told me. We really didn't discuss much." Wow, you did have a busy day," her aunt replied. She paused, but only for a second. "You seemed pretty eager to change the subject to your mother. Is there something on your mind, dear? Something worrying you?" "Something worrying you?" Garnett paused and sighed in regret. "She's not going to like this. I just know she'll be heartbroken when I call her Aunt Kaylee," she thought to herself. "There is Aunt Kaylee," she said. Her aunt silently gasped. "I've been thinking about Mom's nightmare. It sounds too much of a memory." It was quiet. Kaylee looked around nervously, biting her lower lip. Then she replied, I've been thinking about the nightmare too." She was quiet again. "I don't know what it means. Do you have any ideas?" "Well, I have one, but I don't know if you'll get offended." "Speak your mind, Nettie. I'm listening." Garnett sighed. "How old was Mom when you first saw her?" she asked. "Was she a baby?" She waited, as Miss Tarleton thought for a while. "Well, she was a few weeks old when I saw her. Our mother, your grandma, had to stay in the hospital a little longer. I don't remember why, but I assumed it was because of being in labor for so long. Does that help?" Garnett thought too. "Sort of. It certainly stops the idea I had." She was quiet. She suddenly had a quick brainstorm. Wait, if Mom was actually born into the family, then that means it could be generic. Wait, if Mom was actually born into the family, then that means it could be genetic, she thought to herself. If only I knew how she died. She gasped. Mom, do you know how Mom, do you know how she died? She said suddenly. Miss Tarleton thought on that question. Suddenly I want to let the H2O just add water. Miss Tarleton thought on that question. I wasn't there when she died, but the family kept saying it was suicide. I found that very suspicious. I still do. Even your father was suspicious with the suicide. Garnett thought for a while. Is it possible she died because of something the family doesn't want anyone to know? She thought out loud. I thought of that, but I wouldn't know where to start. An interesting question entered Garnett's mind. Who in the family thought the suicide was suspicious? Another interesting question. You're better at this than me. She and her niece giggled. Miss Tarleton's... Aww. Give me 5 more minutes. Oh. 3 minutes. She and her niece giggled. Miss Tarleton thought for a bit. Well, it was definitely our immediate family. You know, everyone who lived at the house at the current time. Some of my aunts and uncles thought it was suspicious. What I find odd is that your grandfather and grandmother, and quite a few of your great aunts and uncles, didn't find it hard to believe. They must have known. Do you have their numbers? Maybe you can call some of the relatives and find out if they know anything. It wouldn't hurt to ask. Oh dear, I don't know. I think it would hurt to ask. Sometime after she died, I pressed those questions a bit hard, and they gave me the cold shoulder. If I call them now and ask questions about your dear mother, they'll get suspicious. Come on, Aunt Kaylee. I know you can do it. If you end up getting the feeling they are becoming suspicious, just tell them what you told me. All those things that Mom and I have in common. They'll probably have an idea what's going on, she explained. You're getting good, Garnett. All right, I'll give it a shot. She paused. Now, about this animal thing you told me. I think I'm going to stop there because there's already like less than 2 minutes left. And my dog really wants to go outside, even though she was out just less than 30 minutes ago. Oh, she's probably out of water. Alright, people. I'll be doing another book reading video right after this, so just keep waiting. Or not just keep waiting. I'll be with you guys in probably like about 10-15 minutes. So, because it does take a while for it to process after it's fully uploaded. Because I'm actually doing recording from webcam on YouTube. That's my next digressing moment on the next book reading video. So I'll talk to you guys in about 10-15 minutes with the next book reading video. See you then!